All right, everybody ready? Y'all good in the back? We've got Haynes King on the left, Aaron Philo on the right. Who wants to go first? Raise your hand. Kelly?
Haynes, obviously the spring game is more about the fans, and you played maybe like a quarter and a half or so, but just how do you feel like the assessment is of where this team's at through these 15 practices now?
I feel like the assessment's pretty good. We found out a lot about ourselves and who can fight, who can go out there, operate and execute, and as well as going through adversity. How do you fight through it? How do you respond? And I mean, the person sitting next to me, he's a really great example right there. Was struggling on early on, and then he kept fighting, kept playing, kept operating, going through the basics and fundamentals, and put his team in a really good situation and almost won it at the end. And that just shows the type of mental toughness that he has.
Can you guys talk a little bit? Normally you talk about a lot of the improvements you made. Usually coming out of spring, there's things you need to work on over the summer. What are those things for both of you?
I would say it was evident today that I need to protect the football more. So whatever that goes, just making better decisions with the football in my hands, and then just continuing to work on my motion and, just throwing the ball.
The main deal is, when adversity happens and all that stuff, even though in your mind you might still be playing, you're still pushing it, it's just everybody looks at your body language. So certain times, you might be bad, upset, but your body language affects the people around you. So I'd say affecting the people around me positively on a consistent basis. No matter if it's up, down, you always got to be that type of energy plug. And as long as you're just being yourself and not pressing and operating and doing what you're supposed to, everything is going to happen just fine.
Let's go here, and then Chad.
A lot of guys were out for the receiver room today. Obviously, no Eric Rivers, no Dean Patterson, no Isaiah Canyon, no Malik Rutherford. But other guys stepped up big. Zion Taylor, Bailey Stockton, obviously. Just what you guys thought on the receiver play with so many guys being out?
At times, it was a little bit of rocky. Just ups and downs, but for sure, like I even said earlier, how do they respond? If you drop a ball early, are you going to let it affect the next catch? Are you going to let it affect the next play? Worrying about that, or are you just going to move on and keep playing? Everybody knows that these guys can make plays from top to bottom. We see it every day, and we know these guys work hard, and just the amount of work and amount of time that they put in just to get better, whether it's mentally, physically, just the whole thing. We know they're going to keep playing, and they showcase that today. Just keep fighting and keep doing your job.
Yeah.
Haynes, walk us through the halfback pass.
I mean, we kind of had that set up a little bit, and we had a walkthrough Friday, and we were kind of going through the plays and just going through situation. When the kickoff, this is going to happen. Swarm, group one, they're going to go out, stuff like that. When we were just doing the little script period, we kind of set that one up. One of our first plays was a little screen, throw it out there, but. Buster wanted to do that, just give Jamal a chance, and let's have a little bit of fun. It's a spring game. Go out there and just have fun.
Break down Jamal as a quarterback.
He definitely has to, work on emotion a little bit. The release, quicken that up a little bit, but it wasn't bad. He got the job done. That's all that matters. What does it say? He got it completed, and Zion made a really good play and scored, so he got the job done. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
For both of you guys, what have you seen from Coach Gideon and the defense in the secondary? It looked different. Guys were playing the ball a little bit better, it seemed like. I imagine that helps you guys to see them to give you better competition in practice.
I mean, they're always going to play fast, rally to the football. They're going to tackle well. And like you said, they're playing the ball much better right now. And it gives us, chances, and it gives us opportunities just to see that and go against that every day. It challenges us, and it's iron sharpens iron. It's just going to make us so much better.
Yeah, I would say, them coming out here every day, they've had a really good spring, especially with learning the new defense. So I think they're playing a really high level of defensive football right now. They're rallying to the ball. A lot of guys, a lot of fast guys, and I think they're making plays out there.
Yeah, can you guys kind of building on the defensive side, you talk a little bit about who has stood out on the defensive side to you since you guys get to play against them, for either one of you?
There's two guys usually like standing out that gives us problems each and every day. One is JJ, Jordan Vandenberg. Just to have the kind of energy, the stuff that he plays with each and every day, each and every play, just getting that movement up front, and that affects the quarterback whether it's movement in the pocket, in the middle, because you can't just it's hard to move right, move left when the pocket collapse. So to have that stuff in your face, it'll mess with some of the throws. And then Amari Harvey on the back end, he does a really good job challenging us, not just as receiver-wise, but as quarterbacks-wise, just reading him, how to play him, and throw away from him, depending on the leverage that he's playing and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would definitely say both of those guys, and then two other guys that have stood out to me is Braden Manley, the rusher. I felt like he's had a really good spring, as well as number 16, Kelvin Hill. I think he's going to be a really good player for us.
Alex?
I guess talk about coming in the spring, kind of has some moving pieces on the offensive line, some guys trying to fill in spots. Just talk about the offensive line as a whole, kind of how they improved as the spring goes on, and kind of seem like there's more depth there this year and more competition.
For sure. But like you said, we got a lot of new faces, so we're finding different ways on how they're going to gel and trying to put the best 5 guys out there. And I feel like we have a pretty good idea of who that will be. But like you said, just each and every day throughout the spring, they've gotten so much better, whether it's communicating, picking up blitzes, run game, stunts. But they've gotten a whole lot better, and it's going to be really good.
One more for the QBs. Kelly?
Aaron, just how do you feel like you've progressed now, you going into another year in the program and getting your feet wet in the offense and kind of learning where you're at?
I would say just understanding the offense with, early on, I might have tried to force some balls, and I felt like I did a little bit of that today, kind of reverted back to my old way. So going to have to get back to how I felt like I was progressing really well throughout the spring, and so just not forcing the ball, get into the next read, and then when you have to, just lay it off to the back.
Thank you, fellas.
Thank you. Jordan Vandenberg's birthday as well.
Thanks, guys.
Going to that cold zone.